Good Wednesday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center on behalf of A1 Fincham Heating and Cooling, 865-947-4267. Just want to let you know about the weather today. You know, we finally have a chance of some rain. You say, I don't believe it. I'll see it when I believe it. Well, let me show you at least the radar, because at least this morning, as we transition from this slide to the actual maps, which is, of course, is dry, there's a couple of showers out just west of Monticello. So all this rain that we expect to get, and I say that in quotation marks, will be coming from the northwest. So a little bit of ground clutter this morning. You're out the door. There could be a touch of fog, but the ultimate Doppler radar presented by A1 Fincham Heating and Cooling has an awesome monthly maintenance plan. They'll come out to your home once before winter, once before summer, just to do a preventative checkup, and they do a great job, and you can pay it over the course of the year monthly, but it's awesome if you want to check them out. A1 Fincham is who I recommend highly. By the way, the ultimate Doppler radar, again, showing some rain. I mentioned about A1 Fincham. They're also about indoor. Did you know the indoor quality of your air is about 5 or 6 times worse than outside? Outside air, much better. But the air purifier for the whole home can actually help with ragweed and so much more. You might not have known that they have an awesome product. Very affordable too, but it quickly reduces mold, bacteria, and viruses. If you have allergies, aeroallergens, pet odors, a lot of us have pets, and that creates pet dander, and these VOCs, we call volatile organic compounds like formaldehyde, benzene, smoke, and cooking odors, all can contribute to a poor air quality in the home. And that's why A1 Fincham, the experts on the inside of the home, trying to focus in on the outside with Captain Accurate here. Allergies are still pretty high or moderate for ragweed today. Grass and mold, will be watching that closely. But I got to tell you, if you like the change of season, you wouldn't feel it with temperatures yesterday hitting 87 degrees. Both Knoxville and Oak Ridge hit 87 yesterday. I said 86. I said it wouldn't surprise me if we hit 87. I said that multiple times in the morning. Yesterday, but this fall season will eventually get here. It just doesn't quite look like this just yet. In many areas, we're still seeing a little bit of color here and there, and I'll focus more on fall color tomorrow. But I do want to just show you some beautiful images of fall, just a kind of reminder that, oh yes, this is what I long for. This is why many people travel for miles to the Smokies this time of year, at least in October and fall. Love to see the fall color transform the entire landscape. So I said season's greetings to you over the weekend. I want to say it again. Welcome to fall. Fall is officially here, as you all know, but it doesn't feel like it. So if you love the Go Big Orange, you might be a big fan of sugar maple leaves. They're orange. Crimson would be sour woods, and just a sample there, some aspens might be yellow or black maple. Lots of cool colors transform into the area. Now, this is a bigger picture of the rain. Don't get too excited. I know some of you are like, I can't wait to get some rain. I can't wait to get... Now, lower your expectation. Even today, I've got a 60% chance of rain. Doesn't mean everybody's going to get one good shower. Some of you might say, I got only do... Some of you are going to be very upset. You're going to think this was going to be the fix-all, the cure-all. It's just not. Lower your expectation. We will get some rain. I'll show you. That's one of my next slides to show you future rainfall. But when you look at this map and you think, wow, they're getting it in Kentucky. Western Kentucky's going to get some rain. Yes, indeed. But how much of it makes it down here, that may disappoint you. There's still some rain off the coast of the Carolinas, and they're getting some rain across the Sunshine State this morning. Here's the fog situation this morning, down to about a mile in Jacksboro, 10 miles in Knoxville, and about 10 or so around Morristown. So there's a hint of fog, but it may not be as bad as it's been the last couple of mornings or even last week. All right, here takes you through, let's see, 5 o'clock. If this were to verify, and you see nothing, maybe a little hint of gray there around the Knoxville name there. Maybe a drop. Oh, I thought we were supposed to get some rain. Yeah, this is what I say. Some of you are going to be very disappointed. Maybe you get more of it toward the evening. Because if I move this a few hours forward, it shows we get maybe less than 1/10 of an inch. And then maybe some reinforcements tomorrow. But that takes you through 5 o'clock Thursday. There's going to be a lot of unhappy faces thinking, oh, I heard we were getting some rain. Maybe Maryville pulls out a 1/4 inch. Maybe you pull a rabbit out of a hat and get 1/10 of an inch. But this is just not going to be that pronounced here in the valley. Certainly northwest, That's where the severe weather threat, we're talking Jamestown, Oneida, could find some isolated severe storms today. That's under the Storm Prediction Center expectation, and I think that's reasonable. The severe weather may be centered in central Kentucky, if not western Kentucky, later today as far as severe weather. But if you're on the call, I'd love to say good morning to you. Future rainfall, not that impressive, but I do want to say hello to you. I'm impressed that you're here. I'm on both YouTube and Facebook. I got YouTube. Steve Stone says good morning. Glad to have Steve here. I've now exceeded like 1,200 people on YouTube, so I appreciate everybody's support. Like the YouTube as I continue to expand my reach over there. Just pop over to Facebook. I got Danny says good morning, David. Hope you have a great weekend. Go Vols. Hashtag Go Big Orange. The big game. 75 degrees, I expect, for kickoff. That's a 7:30 Gamecock Vols game here at Neyland. Be watching that. Wanda says, be glad for frost to get rid of the ragweed. Usually that comes in mid to late October. And we've been talking about frost, maybe some snow potential within the next 30 days. If that were to transpire, would you want to know about it? I think some of you would. Might want to join me on CaptainAccurate.com on Premium. By the way, Janet says, good morning, David. Sure hoping some rain gets into Talbot. I'll tell you what, we can hope, we can pray, but I will tell you this, it's just not going to cure all that ails us today or tomorrow, because you can see the big areas up in yellow are in Kentucky. So that's where they'll get the lion's share of the rain. Now, I have seen some La Follette, 0.28, Maryville, 0.25. Maybe Athens gets an inch and a half. I mean, this is just indicative of where it rains, it can pour. And most of us are probably disgruntled because we don't get as much as we'd hoped or we would like, because our front lawn, our back lawn is awfully dry, if not crunchy. The grass is crunchy. Here's a representation over the last 30 days. We are now about 2 inches below normal for the month. 2 inches is the orange area, so that would be Clinton, Oak Ridge, essentially Knox County, especially northwest of the city, Kingston, Rockwood, all these areas in orange representing about at least 2 inches in the hole, so to speak. We could use 2 inches of rain just to catch up, and it's just not in the offering. So catch it where you can and be hopeful that you get some today or tomorrow. Now, normal rainfall would be typically 3.5 for this month of September. And you might be asking, well, how much have we had? Because September's almost over. Only got a couple more days. Only a third, 0.35. And there's only been, I counted up, 13 Septembers since records have been kept. Going back to Ulysses S. Grant, 1871, mind you, only 13 Septembers where we had less than an inch. So this could be an interesting year, 2023. What does that mean for the upcoming winter? I'm going to explore all that good stuff, especially on Premium. So I hope you'll consider joining me over there. Temperatures 64 right now in Knoxville. That's the out-the-door temperature. I got 55 showing up in Jacksboro, and I see where are we in Crossville here. Crossville is estimated around 61 degrees. Sevierville is 61 at Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg Airport down there, and then 63 in Maryville. So we're waking up a little bit milder than we were in the last couple of mornings. There are some 50s there, like Jonesboro and also maybe in Oneida, but it really is warm. Back to the west, they're at 67, Nashville, 72 in Memphis. Those are the current readings here at 6:48. My goal is to be done at the top of the hour. By the way, dew point temperatures may have come up a wee bit, but I wouldn't describe the humidity factor as all that bad, given the fact that it's still in the low 60s, upper 50s. Crossville's around 60, Jacksboro is around 60, so dew points are somewhat comfortable, if not, they're bearable, right? They're not sticky like they were in the summer. But the humidity that you see in dark green does try to make a comeback toward Nashville this afternoon, and it kind of parks itself to the west, where there'll be more dry air to the east, perhaps less humid air to the east, and more humid to the west. 11 o'clock tonight looks like this. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, it feels pretty good again, but most of the rain will be where you see these green areas. Where the moisture is higher, you're going to get a better chance of getting some showers. It's just going to be hard getting it into this dry atmosphere. Saturday looks great for the Vols game. We know it's at 7:30. So no humidity by the time we get into the nightfall of the big game. And then sliding into Saturday night, it's still pretty sweet. Now, temperatures are part of the story. The winds are not a factor. Winds today should be 0 to 5. Most of the day may pick up 3 to 8 for the afternoon from the south and west. But still, temperatures today should actually make it to around 83. We hit 87 yesterday, 83 today. I know what some of you are thinking. That doesn't feel like autumn to me, Aldrich, and it doesn't. But if you give it probably a couple more weeks, maybe in less than a month, you may see a dramatic, I mean dramatic with an exclamation point, change that could come to a neighborhood near you. Today, 83 in Knoxville, 82 in Oak Ridge is my expectation. May nudge 80 for Jamestown, Crossville, but I do leave a 60% chance for showers and storms. Just not going to amount to much. The chance of it raining is pretty consistent from what's coming in from the north and west, but the cloud cover, not a big factor, at least this morning, as most of the rain you can see is back across Illinois and into parts of Kentucky. Good morning once again. Just saying hello to you. I see Janet, she's on here. Wanda's on here. Let me pop over to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, let me know. Love to see another comment. Felicia, there she is. She says, Crafty Adventures. Felicia's Crafty Adventures says, happy Wednesday morning from cool South Knoxville. Glad to have Felicia here. And Steve, who are both on my Facebook premium members. So glad to have you all here as we continue to watch the cloud cover build from the north and west. Enough hazy sun today will push us into the lower to mid 80s. And oh yes, while I expect 83 today, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you hit 84 or 85. Sunrise at 7:28. That's a little more than a half hour from now, and it'll go down at 7:26. These numbers actually matched yesterday, which is why I made the case that yesterday was our equinox. Our equal day, equal night occurred yesterday, 3 days after the official. Because of the curvature of the earth or latitude, it all works its way 3 days late in the fall, 3 days early in the spring. Just something to think about. I think it's kind of cool. By the way, as I point this out, I just want to mention again, A1 Fincham Heating and Air Conditioning. They also have a great monthly maintenance plan. If you'd like someone to come out to check out your equipment, the gas heat before winter starts, it's not a bad idea. They'll come out once before winter, once before summer, and do a complete preventative checkup. Love A1 Fincham. They also have, I should mention, great discounts for veterans and for seniors. So if you're a senior or veteran, give them a call. Their phone number, as you can see right over there behind me, is 865-947. As 4267. Should have that memorized now, but it's awesome. By the way, the sunrise and sunset today, again, not too far apart at the early morning hours of 7:28. Now, bus stop forecast. Heading to school today, not going to have any need for an umbrella, but you'll wish you had one for the pickup. For some of you, those storms will begin to multiply as we head toward the 1, 2, 3 o'clock time frame from the north and west. By 2 o'clock, many of us should be in the lower 80s. By the way, if you haven't changed your filters lately, it's a good idea to do it monthly. Maybe check for drafts in your home and seal them. I love these tips. Thank you, A1 Fincham. Consider more insulation. Older homes typically need more. And you might want to clear the area around the condenser unit and maybe use a programmable thermostat. Who would have thought to adjust it down 4 to 7 degrees in winter and up in summer. And of course, the monthly maintenance plan that I've been talking about. Family owned and operated, A1 Fincham, heating and cooling since 1982. Check them out at a1fincham.com. All right, let me get to the tropics because I've got two disturbances we're watching. One is Philippe. One could soon become Rena. That's the next storm on the list of hurricane names. As we look at Philippe, he's going to kind of fall apart. Philippe will peter out, it looks like, to a tropical depression by this weekend, so we won't be worried about Philippe. He's not going to cause too much damage, even across parts of the Caribbean. Now, the water vapor shows that second disturbance that would soon become Rena in green, kind of on the heels of Philippe, but it's still a lot disorganized at this point. The dry air that we've been experiencing will maybe be replaced with a few showers and storms today. So the brown areas are the super dry areas, and that's what we have, at least for right now. The Hurricane Center has labeled a 90% chance that we get a name here from this storm. And while there is some wet weather around Florida, there is not, I repeat, not an expectation that becomes tropical. So those are the tropical playing field. Rena, Sean, and Tammy are, in fact, the next names on this year's list. So these are predetermined well in advance for names. Now, there is a rain chance today. There's a rain chance tomorrow. I got a 60% today, 40% tomorrow. But if you are making plans and you're going to be at that game with the Vols, I expect it'll be dry and comfortable and kickoff temperature around 75. But if you're tailgating, it's going to be closer to 85 by the time you hit 3, 4, and 5 p.m. It's going to be very warm for this time of year, even on Saturday. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, we've been talking about Steve Stone and Felicia Crafty Adventures already on there. But if you're on there, let me know. I'd love to have you subscribe and join me on youtube.com/@CaptainAccurate. So glad to have you guys there. Come back on Facebook if I can for a second and see if you're on this call. Good morning. There's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. She says, good morning, Brenda Perkins. Glad to have you here. She says, is Jellicoe going to get some rain today? I'd say it's highly likely you will. I have at least a 60% chance north and west, and that's where there could be some strong, if not an isolated severe storm. So Brenda will be watching that closely. Ed says, good morning, enjoying the beautiful days till the cold comes in soon enough. So again, some of us are excited about change of season, but at least this week it's still feeling like summer, not 90s, because we only had 18 of those this year. I'm going to do a recap on 90-degree weather, most likely tomorrow, in addition to the fall color. I know some of you really get excited about fall color updates. Right now, 64. Airport temperature, northeast wind at 3. Dew points come up at 61. It is 6:55. The chance of rain goes down to 0 in time for the weekend. If we get a spot of rain on Friday, consider yourself lucky. In fact, the way it's shaping up, if we get maybe just a passing shower or thunderstorm today in Knoxville, consider ourselves very lucky because the forcing will be mainly from the north and west, so that puts a better chance for Jellicoe, for Jamestown, and for Oneida than it does here. Actually, this is yesterday's verbiage. It should be a 60% chance, but 83 degrees would probably be a good chance to get there by 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. Now, the Storm Prediction Center did update and enhanced, that's the wrong word because they use enhanced as a category. We'll just say they upgraded. That's a better word. They upgraded Kentucky, parts of it, to the yellow areas since last night. So that means Bowling Green, Evansville, Indiana, and Louisville, in Kentucky will be dealing with some scattered severe storms. It falls short of Lexington, but they still have the possibility of some isolated severe storms, as does La Follette. So La Follette and Lexington have that in common today. So it is Wartburg, Crossville, Jellicoe, and Jamestown. So these are the areas that if a storm were to reach severe limits, it's likely to be found in the dark green areas. Doesn't mean you can't get a strong storm in Newport. Doesn't mean you couldn't get one in Morristown, but the favorable areas are in dark green today. Thursday, these represent thunderstorm areas, general thunderstorms. We have the possibility of that tomorrow, especially west of Knox County. And then on Friday, if there's any severe weather, based on the lens of our friends at the Storm Prediction Center, it would be between St. Cloud, Minnesota, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So those are some hot spots tomorrow for some isolated severe storm. A beautiful day shaping up probably by Friday afternoon and into Saturday for sure. Now this warm front kind of slowly working its way through the Commonwealth of Kentucky, brings a few showers like so, may pop up like this, where you feel like, hey, it's like the horseshoe effect. What's going on? It may feel like that. You'll feel like all the rain is popping up around Knoxville. We just probably get whatever's left over just based on the configuration of this map. So you can see the showers and storms really going to be contingent on and based on where that warm front moves, which will be moving slowly across the north and east of Kentucky. By 11 o'clock tonight, it might all go to sleep, but it will make another run with the cold front as we head into tomorrow. But again, 40% chance tomorrow. Nothing too extreme in terms of precipitation amounts. I know some of us would wish and hope that we could get a little more rain for sure. Let me take a look at the closer view. As it's now 6:58, I'm almost going to be, I think I can finish right on time. You'll notice that the clouds, a little combination of two, hazy sunny clouds, bring in some showers from the northwest by maybe noontime, but a better chance by 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Still waiting for it in Knoxville. There will be many in Knoxville who cry foul, said, I thought we were going to get some rain. You just have to be patient. And again, it's not going to amount to much. Most of it may be up toward Jellicoe, La Follette, Wartburg at 4 o'clock today. This represents 5 o'clock. So where you see red would take you into McCreary County, maybe not far from Stearns and maybe Whitley City. Could find some stronger storms that could reach severe limits. But there's just a drop. Looks like around Knoxville where it says 80 there, a little bit of a green dot there, and maybe some showers in Oak Ridge. Once we move into tonight, it comes down toward Maryville and Sevierville, Tellico Plains by 11 o'clock, and then it kind of goes to bed and makes another run tomorrow. But this moves into drier air, so it's hard to expect much to make it into town from the west. By 2:30, 3 o'clock, that's what it looks like. So you're going to have a hard time getting rain in here to last anyway, as it seems on Thursday. But I left a 40% chance for Thursday. So let me break it down for you. It is now 6:59. It is time for the forecast as we can get further into the numbers. For today, a high of 83. Hazy, sunny clouds, some showers and storms. Winds are going to pick up 3 to 8, if that, from the south and west this afternoon. We move into today, a high of 81 in Newport, Talbot, White Pine, Alpha, Russellville, 83 Maryville, Alcoa, 79 Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, about 78 for Wartburg and Oneida. And if you're lucky, you make it to 80 in La Follette and 80 in Crossville, Jamestown this afternoon. Boy, is it hot. You talk about summer. Going on the other end of the state. I mean, from Tri-Cities at 78 to Memphis at 94 degrees. Are you kidding me? 94. I thought this was September 27th. It is. I mean, 94 degrees in Memphis. There's a lot of summer still holding on. But when it finally falls off, we'll see what happens. I might have lost something I might have dropped. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this. But temperatures today, about 83 degrees, my expectation today. All right, so as we move into tonight, 60 degrees. My light fell off. That's what I was wondering. What fell off? But as far as our temperatures, 60 degrees, partly to mostly cloudy, and expecting temperatures generally about pretty close to normal. Normal is about 58, 57 now, so it actually is warmer than average, all things considered. And don't be surprised if patches of fog form in the morning. Tonight we're down to 57 La Follette, 59 in Oak Ridge, 60 in Knoxville. And here is your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. For Knoxville, East Tennessee, 40% chance tomorrow. We're at 82. Friday, spots of rain, kickoff temperature 75. And I'm telling you what, you look at this and you think, oh, it's terrible. We're so warm. And warm days, sunny days help, but you really want the cool nights, which we've had a few of those, to really help the fall color. We'll talk more about that too, most likely tomorrow, because I have some other things to present on fall color that I haven't shown you as of late. Anyway, very excited about our friends at A1 Fincham. If you haven't picked up some interesting information from today, I hope you have, because I got some tips out there from A1 Fincham. Call them at 865-947-4267. They have a great monthly maintenance plan. They'll come out to your home once before winter to get you ready. Guys, remember that polar plunge we had in December? Oh, was it bad? We got single digits in a few hours' time. If we had another burst of cold air, would your heating and air conditioner, or at least your heating, hold up? And that's why having a preventative stop from A1 Fincham would be great to have them come out. And if you need that extra checkup before summer, they can check your cooling system as well. But very thankful for them. And I mentioned they have a great discount for seniors and veterans. Give them a call. They are also with upfront pricing, and they've been around for quite some time, I might add. Family owned and operated since 1982, a1fincham.com. Very thankful for them, and thankful for you. If you have any other thoughts, let me know. Denise says, good morning. Lisa Bunch says, have a great day. David Aldrich and Brenda Perkins says, have a wonderful day. She was concerned about, or maybe interested in getting some rain in the Jellicoe area. I think the chances are pretty good. About a 60% chance for Brenda up there, and even a 60% chance in Knoxville. It's just the quantity of rain won't be all that impressive. Anyway, well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.